Hello and welcome to your second zones lesson. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, when I first started recording these videos, I was definitely feeling like I was in the yellow zone. I was feeling a little bit nervous because I didn't know how this was all going to work out. But after getting some feedback from you guys regarding my first video, I'm definitely feeling like I'm in the green zone now. I'm feeling calm and relaxed and I'm ready to teach you guys. So with that in mind, I need to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of the term flipping your lid? And no, it's not just flipping an actual lid. It means that your feelings get so big that you have a difficult time being able to think and act clearly. Now, when you flip your lid, you might react in 3 different kind of ways. You might fight, flight, or freeze. So let's break those down a little bit. When you're in fight mode, you could be doing things such as screaming. I'm not actually gonna put you through that. You could be pushing. You could be throwing things. Or you could be kicking. When you're in flight mode, you might have a difficult time sitting still. You might be fidgeting with things. Or you might be trying to leave the situation. When you're in freeze mode, you might be feeling numb. You might have a difficult time moving, or you might have a hard time speaking. Now, I want you to know that flipping your lid can happen to anybody. It can happen to your friends, your siblings, your parents or guardians, your teachers, even myself. I can flip my lid. Everyone you know can flip their lid and lose control of their emotions. It can be really tough being a kid these days. With so much going on every day, sometimes we have a hard time keeping a lid on things, and sometimes we act in unkind or uncaring ways, even though we don't mean to be hurtful. So I bet you're wondering, why do we even flip our lids? Well, it has to do with the way our amazing human brains work to help keep us safe. And I'm gonna explain to you how this works by pretending that our hand is actually our brain. So to begin, our wrist is called our brain stem. Now this part of our brain controls the things our body does without us having to think about them, like breathing, or our heart beating, or sleeping. It also controls our automatic reactions to certain situations. For example, if you touch a cup of hot tea and it's too hot, this part of your brain will sense the pain and pull your hand away to prevent you from getting burnt. So remember, our brain stem reacts instantly without us having to think about things. So now I'm going to ask you to put your thumb to the center of your palm with your 4 fingers upright. So we're going to call your thumb the little brain, also known as your feeling brain. This is where all of your emotions are stored, such as sadness, happiness, silliness, and anger. This part of your brain also holds all your memories, so it reminds you of different times that you've felt those emotions in the past. Now I want you to put your 4 fingers over your thumb, and we're going to call this part up here your big brain, also known as your thinking brain. Your big brain hugs your little brain, and it helps you to reason, think, problem solve, and have self-control. This is when you are in the green zone. Your little brain is like a security guard. When it feels like you're in danger, it goes into protection mode and takes over the big brain, and this is when you go into fight, flight, or freeze response. Your little brain also activates your brain stem. This means when it feels in danger, you might feel your heart beat faster or your breathing speed up, or you might get a big tummy ache, or you might feel your face get hotter. This is when you come into the yellow zone. When your big brain and little brain stop talking to each other, you flip your lid. When your lid is flipped, it makes it very hard for you to control your feelings and to think clearly. This is when you are in the red zone. When you feel like you're close to flipping your lid because your emotions are so big and overwhelming, you can help keep your thinking brain and your emotional brain together by noticing how you're feeling. Check in and see what zone you're in, and then access a certain tool that is helpful for you in that zone. This will help keep you calm and allow for your big brain to hug your little brain. So this week I really want you to focus on finding a place in your house where you can go if you're about to flip your lid, or if you have flipped your lid, you can go there to calm down and cool off. It can be a place that already exists, such as your couch, or you can create this space. So it could be in the corner of your room with a bunch of pillows and comfy blankets, or it could be outside and you build a fort with a bunch of sticks. It'll also be helpful to let your parent or your guardian know of this spot so that they are aware when you flip your lid, you will likely be there. Now next week, we're gonna be getting into how to notice in our bodies when we're about to flip our lid and recognize those warning signs that your body is telling you when you're about to. Now after each lesson, we are going to teach you a coping strategy that you can put into your toolbox for whenever you're experiencing different zones, or just to prevent you from flipping your lid. So go into the next video that I've sent and check out the new coping strategy I'm going to teach you. And for now, take care and we'll see you next week.